Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today I have Carmen Wilde with us. She is a business coach and breakthrough specialist, and she gears go-getter entrepreneurs to be unstoppable and wildly successful. So welcome to the show, Carmen.
Hey, thank you, Tyler, for having me on the show.
Of course. Thanks for joining us, and we will dive in. The first question I have for you, Carmen, is what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Awesome. Thanks, Tyler. So there's so many, but the first truly profound story is how I switched tracks from a family history of financial struggle, and I put myself on the path to the success at the age of 13. So it takes me back to a day when I was 13. So my jaw drops as I step into the grand entrance hall that's bigger than my entire living area. And the glossy Italian tiles just seem to create a glow in every room. And as I sink into the soft, velvety fabric of the oversized sofa, I just feel like a princess in that moment. But the best surprise of all is the waterfall plunging into the pool in their tropical garden. I was totally dazzled that day by my school friend's mansion of a home. I'd just been introduced to how the other half live. It was a mind-blowing world of money, success, luxury, travel, which was in stark contrast to my own. So I'd been led to believe that struggle was my destiny. So I asked my friend, Candice, was your dad's dad rich? And she says, oh no, Carmen, Dad's constantly reminding me to appreciate what I have because he built everything up from scratch. You see, he came from a poor family. And that day my life changed because I realized what's possible. I just decided in that moment that my family's history of financial struggle was not going to be my fate and that I would be hugely successful and I was going to do whatever it took to get there. And that impacted every thought and every action, and it actually kickstarted my quest for success right there at the age of 13. So the underlying valuable message is know what you want. And no matter what it is, just know it's possible. And then absolutely critical to your success is making the decision to go after it. Don't overthink it. Don't concern yourself with how you're going to make it happen. Just decide. Just go for it. The mind's super powerful when you give it an instruction to find a solution or answer. You'll figure it out. So just go for it. Just decide.
Thank you so much for sharing that story. That was awesome. The next one I have for you, Carmen, is what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that is within your expertise or industry?
Okay. So as you said in the welcome, I'm a business coach and breakthrough specialist. And the way in which I get to entrepreneurs to be unstoppable and successful is I help them align their thinking and their behavior with what it takes to be wildly successful. Einstein said that the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result. So if you're stuck and you know you can achieve so much more, or you know you have the potential to be the best of the best, then I'm sure you'd agree something's got to be in your way. And too many people believe that something is external to them, like they need more money, skills, people, time, and yes, perhaps that is the case. But my experience over the last 25 years has proven over and over again that the single largest obstacle to success is ourselves. And it's specifically the thinking patterns that we cling to. So if we want to change our results, we've got to change our thinking and we've got to change our behavior. The greatest battle on the journey to success lies in our minds. When you conquer this, you become totally unstoppable. Life doesn't equip us with the necessary thinking tools to succeed. And this is exactly why I'm so passionate about doing what I do.
And what is your best piece of overall business advice? So not necessarily industry specific.
So to me, the magnitude of the value that you add and the number of clients you add this value to determines the value you can receive in return. So you want to ask yourself, how much value are you adding and to how many people? Because this determines how valuable your business is, how much you can charge, how much your reputation grows, your competitive advantage, and even your sustainability. But the biggest problem I see with clients who are adding massive value is that they struggle to receive the value because they don't value themselves. So as Zig Ziglar says, you can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want.
Mm. And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Oh, my word, I'd say, Carms, just stop being so flippin' serious. Just have tons of fun every day. Like, extract the juice from life. Don't wait until you have more time or, just have fun. Just absolutely have fun. Stop being so serious.
And that kind of leads to the next question is, in your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
Yes. So to me, it's inner peace and gratitude. So I believe what disrupts our peace is constantly chasing after what we don't have rather than appreciating what we do have. So a few years ago, we were literally wiped out of business overnight due to an office burglary. Tens of thousands of hours of IP was just gone overnight. And one of the greatest lessons for me was that you can lose everything and you can still be happy, because true riches actually lie within. And that enabled me to retain my inner peace and gratitude for what I actually still did have, even though my world had been completely disrupted.
And what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
It's The Breakthrough Experience by Dr. John DeMartini. And what I learned from that was everything's always in balance. Nothing's ever all bad. Everyone has a different side. And it's really up to us to see the balance and for us to see the perfect order of things, even when it seems like there's absolute chaos.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
Again, another one by Zig Ziglar. I always said, you were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, expect to win. And the reason for that, I believe that everybody has the potential to live the life of their dreams, but you've just got to know what you want and you've got to plan for it. And really important, believe it's possible no matter what's in your way.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on, Carmen. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where is the best place for people to find you online?
Great. Thanks, Tyler. So you can go to our website. It's www.wildesuccess.com. And the Wilde is WILDE. So it's wildesuccess.com. And on the homepage, just above the fold, there's a free report. And it's called 3 Distinguishing Skills of High-Flyer Entrepreneurs. And it's a really fascinating report outlining proven practical success tips. So feel free to download that as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much again, and we really appreciate you coming on.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me on your show, Tyler. Your show's a blast, and yes, much success to you and your show going forward. Thank you.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.